Hey y'all, it's Caitlin, and this was supposed to be my first video of 2020. I'm well aware that my first video was actually the Fortress of Solitude collector box. But, yeah. I started binge watching. I knew as soon as it got brought up on my birthday live stream that that's what I'd be doing the next day besides filming. So I spent New Year's Eve binge watching Umbrella Academy. And then the next 2 days we spent, or yesterday and today, I'm filming this on the 2nd, we spent taking down the Christmas decorations. So no more stockings, but I still have a couple ornaments hanging up back here. But, because that's my thing. But anyway, so this is going to be the first weekend video. And I have a Funko edition that'll come out tomorrow when you guys are watching this. So this will be Saturdays. The Funko video will be Sundays. So this is going to be my top wants statues of 2020. Now, 5 of them, my first one are the ones that are either already out or are coming out this year that I definitely want to add to my collection. And then there are a few statues, a few things I'm going to say that I wish there were statues of, particularly in DC Bombshell style, because that's my main thing. So yeah, we're going to get through this. So I'm just going to go ahead and name the 2 that maybe 3 of them are out now. I know 2 of them aren't, but the first 2 that I know definitely are out because I've seen them and I just haven't picked them up because either it's way extremely priced or B, I was questioning about it and now I regret questioning about it. But the first one is the Scarlet Witch statue from Kotobukiya. I want to say this is their artifacts line. I can't be sure. It's either that or their Bishobo line. If I'm wrong, I'll put it here. But this Scarlet Witch statue is gorgeous. Right? I don't have a lot of Scarlet Witch in my collection. We just now finally got the Funko Pop of her. And I saw this at the last con I went to last year. But it was way overpriced. This statue, reasonably, you can find it between probably around $50 to $65. This one was wanting to sell it for over $100. Yeah, it's just not worth it at that price. Kotobukiya is becoming a little bit more expensive, not too much, but they are becoming a little bit more expensive. That statue just was not worth it to me, but I would still love to add it to my collection. I don't have a lot of Marvel stuff, and yeah, I just really want to expand on my Marvel collection, which includes number 4. I mean, why am I saying it like a top 5? It's not a top 5, but the next video is going to be a top 5 Funko one. But the second one I want to add is the Bishop and Storm. I know that one is artifacts. I'm pretty sure that one's artifacts, but they're X-Men animated series. X-Men animated series. It's been a long day, but still by Kotobukiya. So Kotobukiya started making these 2-packs. I don't think they're still doing it. Based off of the 90s cartoon of X-Men. So the first one we got was Jubilee and Wolverine. We got Rogue and Gambit. Those are the ones I have, and I've done reviews on them. And I think one of them got flagged for made for kids. I don't know, but anyway, moving on from that. They also made Beast and Cyclops, and I think they made Professor X by himself. But I don't have any Storm statues at all. And Bishop he's okay. He's not my favorite character. I like him more than Jean Grey. Yet I got more Jean Grey stuff than I do Bishop. But I've seen these together, and honestly, I was hoping that maybe I could find someone online that bought it and was like, I just really want Bishop, Storm's for sale, or something like that. But I've had no luck in that, so I just really need to go ahead and get these before they completely disappear forever. They originally retailed for $100, which was another reason why I was kind of put off by it, because the figures themselves aren't worth $50. They truly aren't, but they're beautifully sculpted at the same time. I can't remember. I wrote this list out weeks ago and I didn't put like locations, but I want to say I found the Storm Bishop for $95 on Amazon. I want to say it was Amazon, but that's still not a big price, decrease. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get lucky and see it again. I have seen that one in person. I saw it when I went to Texas last summer, or was it last year? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I found the Linda Carter statue instead, and the Red Sonja. I couldn't leave either of those behind, so Storm Bishop got left, and I regret it. So I guess you can say these next three are kind of in a top tier, I want to say, because the first one I'm going to say right now is the one I want the least out of all three of them. If I ever get this one, I'll love it. I'll very much appreciate it, just because of who the character is and how well this outfit is designed. And it's the Catwoman wedding dress. Now, Catwoman, I love Catwoman. But she's not a prominent character that I collect. I got a bunch of Hawk Girl, got a bunch of Wonder Woman, trying to get a bunch of Storm, but I don't have that many Catwoman. Got a lot of Harleys, but I would like to add some Catwoman to my collection. It's not necessarily a need. None of this stuff is a need, but it would still be nice to have. The DC wedding story this year was huge. It was something that caught everyone's eye for a little while, and then, but it's beautiful. It's part of DC CoverGirl line, and this dress is just gorgeous. Like, you can still tell it's Catwoman, but you can also still tell it's a wedding dress, and whoever designed this dress for this character nailed it, because it is the most gorgeous CoverGirl statue that I have seen in a long time. I mean, this is beautiful. You can't argue. This is just a beautiful, beautiful statue. Now, on DC, I do remember that one. On DC's website, like the shop for DC Universe, or not Universe, but DC Collectibles, retails for about $140. I guarantee you can get it cheaper from that when you order through your local comic shop. You can get it cheaper for that when you order through Entertainment Earth. Okay, so never go to the source. Never go to the source unless you absolutely have to when coming to statues. Never buy from the direct company. You'll always end up paying more. I don't know why, but that's how it works. Number 2. Very rarely do I ever buy double statues. And by that I mean a statue with 2 characters. Now, the ones I was just talking about, the X-Men ones, they're not a single statue. They're 2 different statue-like figures in the same box, right? But they're not, like, on the same base. They don't have bases at all. But they're not, like, molded together or anything like that. I got a couple in my collection that are like that, but not very many. But this is one that's coming out this year. Oh gosh, it's the Harley and Ivy DC Designer Series, and this thing is gorgeous as hell. Gorgeous as hell. For all of us who has been shipping Harley and Ivy since that one episode of Batman the Animated Series, this statue is for us, y'all. I mean, this is just beautiful. And I love... Harley and Joker have been getting a lot of statues over the years. They even got a Bombshell version. And Joker wasn't even in the Bombshells, not really. So I absolutely love that we're finally getting a Harley and Ivy. Especially since Ivy and Harley are canon. It's official. I want to say that people still argue that. I know they did when it first became canon. Like, no, it's not. Like, yeah, it's right there in the comic. It's canon. But I'm just very happy. And again, DC is selling it for about $280. You can get it cheaper otherwise. And that's one reason why I don't really like going with the... I still call them double statues. Because you are essentially getting 2 statues in one. But they're just so much more expensive. They're rightfully more expensive. More time, more effort, more sculpting, more paint goes into, all of it. But it's going to be worth it. And I'm going to have to try to get it, which is going to be difficult. Oh, by the way, I didn't put the Bombshells on this list that are coming out this year. I know Huntress is. And there's one I'll go ahead and show it. I picked this one up yesterday. Technically, it came out in 2019 again, but I didn't get it till this year. And my death statue, I got a message yesterday. Apparently, it's coming next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes next week. But the Huntress, it's a guarantee. I'm getting it no matter what. Harley and Ivy, I'm getting it no matter what. But it's gonna be difficult still. Because Franklin, who by the way was the one who gave me the idea to do this particular video, showed me earlier this summer, I think it was, Sideshow Collectibles is doing a hot girl statue for the first time that I'm aware of. And wow. I'm actually, I teased him a little bit about it, like, why did you have to show me this? But I'm actually very grateful, because I've been really wanting, Hot Girl is a character that for the longest time, we weren't getting very much of anything from her. Like, I remember when I first started collecting, I tried to get as many of the Justice League Unlimited and Justice League animated action figures that I could, which I still didn't get nearly all of them. There's still a lot that I'm missing. But there just wasn't a lot of her, ever. Very few statues have ever been made of her. And it was actually just this year that for some reason we got more Hot Girl statues. We got technically we got 3 from DC Artist Alley. Yeah, they're all the same mold. But, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Amazing. And it wasn't all that long ago that we were getting, finally, the Hot Girl Pop. That was a couple years ago. But, it just keeps steadily increasing. There's just some more companies doing Hot Girl stuff. And I absolutely love it. So I'm really happy that Sideshow Collectibles is getting a Hot Girl statue, because that is high quality shit right there. Oh my gosh, it's so... Because it's big, it's bulky, it's so well made. They're the same people who do Hot Toys, so damn. So yeah, but there's 2 versions. There's one with her mask and one without. I haven't decided yet. And I don't even know if I can order it from my comic shop. I need to ask them next week when I go pick up Death. But every time I say I'm gonna go get Death, it sounds weird. But the masked one is $610. The one without her mask, which is Shire Hall, which is my baby, is $630. The thing is nearly 2 feet tall. I'm gonna have to clear out this section right here of the shelf just to be able to put it somewhere on an existing shelf that I have. So it's definitely doable. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to pay for it. They do financial, what do you call it? Financing on, why can't I think of that? Financing on stuff. I've never done that before. I've honestly never financed anything. I bought my car outright, okay? Because I barely had enough money at the time, and unfortunately the only reason I had that money was because I had 2 family members pass away, and I got some money, inheritance from both of them. But I'm always scared of, missing a payment or something, so I've never financed anything in my life. This might be the first thing. What's the first thing you ever financed? A Sideshow Collectible statue. I'm such an adult. But anyway, I really, really want this in my collection. I'm a fanatic for Hot Girl, so I have to figure out a way to get it eventually into my collection. It may not even be this year that I can get it, but it'll come eventually. I promise you. But anyway, real quick, I'm just going to go over some of the Bombshell statues that I would like. Now, Toy Fair is next month. These things are a possibility. So, let's hope and pray that these things can be. Now, I mentioned before about the double statues. Bombshells have done a few of them. We've gotten, again, a Harley Joker one. We've gotten a Superman and Power Girl one, which I really want a Power Girl one by herself, by the way. That's not on the list, but I do want it. How many other? I know we got the deluxe one, I think, that came out recently for the Batgirl and Supergirl that I did not get. But Supergirl's eyes looked weird with the heat vision, and among other reasons. But, oh, and I keep forgetting some. We got Aquaman and Mira. That one's cool, actually. And, Batman and Catwoman. Which didn't make sense either. But if you read the Bombshells, it doesn't make sense to have that one. It's... Okay, so the Batgirl and Supergirl, they're in the middle of a fight, right? And all the others that I mentioned are pretty much couple statues. I mean, Superman, Power Girl, not really, but yeah. They're couple statues. If you read Bombshell comics, the Bombshell comic books, nearly every character is gay. It focuses on the women of DC Comics, obviously, and they're mainly all part of the LGBTQ community, so where the hell are the LGBTQ statues? This comes as no shock to anyone, hopefully, but I desperately want one of Hawkgirl and Vixen. They were girlfriends in the comics, they were lovers. If you've watched Justice League Unlimited, you might understand why they chose those two. Sorry, GL. But I would love that. I would love more couple pops. They could do a Harley and Ivy version of Bombshells in there, because they were together through that. Lois Lane and Supergirl was there, so were a couple, so that would be, it would just be amazing to have, honestly. Even as Zatanna and Raven, they weren't lovers, but they were more like a mother and daughter relationship, which I thought was beautifully well written. Beautifully well written. I would just love more couple, or just pairings that make sense, you know? The Batgirl and Supergirl, if you read the comics, they don't make sense, especially with Batgirl in that outfit. She spent the majority of the comics in her bloody Batgirl outfit, because she's a vampire. But they don't usually depict her as that. They depict her like this, like the DC Bombshell Funko Pop, with this boring air fighter outfit, which, nope, this is a beautifully designed character and figure, but the other one makes more mechanical sense. I just want more stuff that makes sense through the comics. And I understand the statues, you know, pre-live the comics, but still, it'd be nice. Also, an Enchantress or a Ravager would be amazing to have. They weren't like main characters through the story, but neither was Big Barda, and we got a statue of her. So I would love to see either of them, as well as the Batgirl. So there was like in the comics, there was like a little vigilante gang, I guess you could say, of these teenagers who Batwoman, there wasn't a Batman, there was a Batwoman protecting Gotham before she left to fight in World War II, which is where the story takes place. So back in Gotham, these kids are pretty much taking up her mantle and protecting the city in her absence. I would love to have a bit of a group statue of these kids. It would have, my ideal one would have at least a couple of the girls, plus Tim Drake, he was a Batgirl too, an honorary Batgirl. Alyssa Yale was in there, which was amazing. Harper Row was in there. There were several characters from the Batman comics that were in part of the Batgirl crew. So it would be amazing to have those. So those are my want for the new Bombshells. I hope we get many more Bombshells over the year. And by the way, Funko, we could use some more of these too, by the way. But anyway, guys, that was my list. Top statue wants of 2020. So far, though, Funko has been, I mean, this is only the 2nd of January. I bought about $50 worth of Pops. No, I bought over $50 worth of Pops yesterday. I bought like $70 worth of Pops just yesterday. Because so many cool ones came out. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of hoping that Funko kind of dials back on the cool Pops. At the same time, I'm kind of hoping that they still don't. But, yeah. I'm gonna have to start saving. Anyway, guys, let me know if you guys collect statues, and if you do, what's your most wanted one in your collection, or that you want in your collection in 2020. Again, special thanks to my friend Franklin, who gave me the idea to do this video. It was really fun, and thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, like always, it's a community, not a competition. I'll see y'all later. Bye.